大家好，我是 BLG 的中单 Night。
再次面对到滔博，觉得这一次想击败他们的话，队伍最需要做好的一个点是什么呢？
觉得上次打滔博我们自己失误太多了吧，所以这次减少失误就行。
那其实说到中路的话，感觉最近你和小奶油状态都特别好。那你觉得在中路的对抗上，我们可以期待哪些内容呢？
因为上次让他选到比较舒服的 BP 嘛，这次不让他选到了。
好的，我们期待你们的精彩表现。
I like the Xayah good into the Nautilus, but the Yunara is the more traditional pairing alongside Lulu.
Top esports that can just run at you. And so Yunara has to be surprised that Zoyan opted not to take the Ignite in this matchup just to reduce the grass peeling and make it more difficult for Camille to look for those short trades without maybe needing to commit to an all-in, which have to see how this matchup works out. But already JackeyLove's in
flashes
trouble.
over the wall, finds the glitterance on a JackeyLove. He will go down, but Viper picks up the kill in response. Joel looking for the dredge line, going to find it, should be able to onto the Nautilus. And so in terms of the effect,
just 700 gold lead.
Still going to be favoring here for BLG as Shun goes in, almost takes down JackeyLove, but On's going to be able to finish it off with an auto attack. A 3v1 now opened up here in the bot lane, and that will go Billy's way. They should give the kill over to Viper to find it. And he'll be able to back, I think, basically pick up that full first item. We'll get a look away from here as bot lane for BLG going to be the focus instead. Shun jumps forward, finds the kill on the JackeyLove with the Dragon's Rage.
You know, get himself toward that fight. And it seems like Bin does not have a ticket, as maybe he does. He's got friends in the car too.
They have a teleport advantage for Knight, which means that they're going to make it a numbers advantage very quickly here. 3v2 opened up. Shun jumps forward and picks up the kill onto Tien. Ragnarok available as Zoyan will flash in. Get a return onto Shun. And now he's looking to cook in the 2v1. Will not get hit by the hook shot. And it's a double kill for the Olaf. Won't be able to kill Knight with on the way as well. See how much Zoyan can outplay this one. Will be the kill. End up breaking out. It looks like BLG not going to try to contest this yet. Here comes Shun. Throws out the Sonic Wave. Finds it on the coming through. 5,000 HP. Here come the TPs. It'll be a full-on 5v5. Tien very low. Immediately knock up onto Bin, who has the Wild Growth on top of him. Shun looking for something. Not able to find a stun, but they will get the kill onto Zhuo. And there's a two-man scatter coming in from Knight. Doesn't find the kill. Eventually will take it down to Shun with the help of the Cataclysm. And now Viper has been unlocked. Transcended into the mid lane. Takes down another kill. And the ultimatum will go up onto Zoyan on the top side. 2v1 opened up. The laser will connect. On will get the kill. And he lands the shield on the Viper to keep him alive. Bin goes.
Zoyan is just continuing to get so much gold here, as now he is in a bit of a difficult situation. I think he's just going to pick up the wave.
Looking for the wave. What does he get the cannon? I don't think he finally... Still going over to Ben.
And now Tien and Zhuo may be looking for something as Viper.
Aggressive dash from Viper. Almost 100 to 0's JackeyLove. And now Knight's going to get focused down. He was in the wrong spot there. And Viper ends up getting the kill onto his opposing AD carry as well. Top esports now on the run as this Yunara Lulu. Viper's been the weak side player. He hasn't had to do too much. He can play the mages and just be okay. Now we can see what he looks like as the main carry. Cream getting targeted here by Shun, and On should just...
He's got the Dragon's Rage. There are so many things that BLG can use to make it hard for you to get on top of this Yunara. Speaking of getting on top of Cream, is just dead.
Yeah, just stepped up a little bit.
Looks for something. A Hextech ultimatum onto him would just make it a one-way trip.
Gonna jump in. No, it's gonna be secured here by Shun. Tien should die on the backside, and the rest of top esports gonna be in trouble now. Ragnarok available, but Zoyan will not be able to kill the Might. For right now, it is being won by the BLG 80 carry.
Certainly is. This feels like a Hail Mary from TES.
Yeah, they're going to send Zoyan immediately in, but he gets one shot by Knight. Just a full combo by the Syndra is enough to take the Olaf down. Double knockup off of the Wild Growth, and that should just about do it. Viper gets the kill onto the backside. Bin dashing in with a hook shot, not finding JackeyLove, but will continue.
Bulldoze TES in game number 1 and reaffirm themselves as the starting 5 that kept on demolishing them when it mattered most here. Grapes, this has been such a hype matchup ever since Bin rejoined the lineup. Is BLG's journey to be in the top 3? And a win here against BLG, I think, would
into this game. Not a full tank getting locked in, so Still, things have his AD carry
Knight's
available.
about to have
Perhaps
ult.
a miscommunication there for BLG. No miscommunication between the solo laners, though, as it feels like Bin and Knight have not hit the flash forward, but it is still going to be the kill regardless. Play on the top side in response. Shin goes forward with the Grand Starfall and On's there as well. Zwayan overheated.
This wave is pushing. Zwayan's going to overheat in order to get it under the turret, so they might just not care that Bin knows. They're just going to maybe look to 3-man dive him.
As the Vault Breaker charging, the wave crashes in. Knockup does connect. Bin throws out the public execution
Good
for a bit
ult.
of a buffer. Tempered Fate comes out from Zhuo just to cancel that tower from going down. It's going to be the kill over to the Mbessa, and another one potentially.
Towers.
Oh, I see, not the whole
see it.
tower.
Teleport. Yeah, they're actually stalling out on taking it. Jackielove's probably going to give his life for this, so BLG honestly winning out in this fight, Grapes.
Not entirely sure why they waited so long for BLG to respond. They're going to give a kill over. That was the move, as Cream is able to get a little bit more gold. And now from top side to bot, they'll look for Knight once again and take him down for the second time this game. Cream gets the credit as he goes on a killing spree, but now TN's on the wrong side of the map, fighting a 1v2 between the bot laners that he does not win. Viper bit, as the Dragon is going to get bursted down. This is Soul Point given over to TES, and now Bin can be the target as he's caught out trying to look for a flank on a vision. Cease and desist comes forward, and the Mbessa gets killed before the public execution even connects. Little dissynergy there with the Equalizer and Tempered Fate, but Shun gonna still be the next target as Zwayan gets taken down by Viper, so 1-for-1 overall. Health bar still on Bin. The acronyms are very important here. A little scrapping around the top side of the map. Shun dashes forward. There's the public execution. Cream just gets one shot by BLG, stepping a little bit too far forward. Zwayan on the next target. And Top Esports, oh no! There's still a wave bot lane that Zwayan is going to try to collect, but Top Esports taking a very aggressive path through the mid lane. Zhuo immediately has to flash away and use the Mikhails, but the season desist goes forward and finds Viper. Teleport comes in, but the front line is deleted by Tibbers and Bin. It's Billy Gaming, now with the numbers advantage. Magical Journey out, but Bin's going to try to follow them right through the portal. Gets stunned up by the Cosmic Binding. Not going to get taken down just yet, as here comes Bin. Flashes over with a massive shield and will not die before two of his counterparts fall. Curtain call comes up, but it will be curtains for Top Esports in this fight. Only Jackielove remains as he throws out the deadly flourish before Knight flashes. It was a 2-0 for Top Esports last time around. Might be a 2-0 for BLG.
Lord.
Another big Tibbers gets sent in. Draws the portal away. Shun going to try to chase down Tien with the help of Bin, but the Guardian Angel is the only thing gets popped. Tien will respawn, dashes forward, but Bin dashes away. Viper shifts over the wall and takes the enemy jungler down. Shun with the Grand Starfall takes Ro as well.
Two though. It feels like it has been a BLG team effort as now Knight is here, followed
No
by Bin.
GA onto Tien anymore. Mikhails gets him away from the public execution, and the Vi still going to survive, and Bin is
Knight
stuck in
just
a 1v4
abandoned
now. A nice play in response. Bin trying to outplay, finds the kill on to the top. As BLG pick up their second Baron of the game.
Might be looking for more Zwayan.
Oh yeah, there's just a huge stun, and I think the Vi gets away. It's on vision.
He's not
Knight.
in the bush.
Oh, he gets canceled at the last minute. That is so unfortunate. Tien just didn't back in the bush, and now he's gonna be very, very dead. He gets taken down by
Advantage alone should be able to try and blitz their way toward the base, but the inhib is respawning, so they got to go quick.
Grand Starfall comes in. Shun immediately for the Jackula, but he cleanses away from the stun. Tempered Fate stalls out the second Nexus turret from going down, but the Nexus should soon be exposed. Bin goes forward with the public execution, and the Nexus is now going to be the target. Bin jumping in onto Cream to chase the main damage of Top Esports out of the picture. Bin gets the kill. The Nexus goes down, and Soul be damned. BLG going to claim the #1 seed in Group Ascent.
In their rightful spot here for the rankings of the LPL Grapes. BLG were poised as and thought.
来吧，我们也和我们的欧文选手来进行一个简单的采访，恭喜你们啊！而且赢下这一场比赛之后，也意味着你们在季后赛已经提前锁定了前2，而且也是完美的完成了对于滔博第1轮的复仇。所以整体打完，现在感觉怎么样？
想到季后赛只用在上海，然后还可以多放几天，心情就很舒服吧。
哇，也是很实在的一个感受啊。那我们也来聊一下今天的一个对局。其实，在赛前的时候，选手们就说，可能今天的火力会主要集中在下半区。那确实，在第一局比赛一开始的时候，就感觉你们也是围绕着下半区来进行了非常多波的进攻。无论是你和 Viper 选手2个人的一些操作，还是说配合上打野你们对下路的一些进攻。所以说，想问一下，可能你们前期的一些思路会是怎样的呢？
首先这个版本因为设计师改动了很多关于下路 AD 跟辅助的生态嘛，导致就是现在这种绑在下路的辅助更加好赢游戏了。就是我们今天 BP 的主题就是全围绕着下路来进行。
哎，那其实你说到下路的话，我还想多问一下你的这个露露，因为解说老师们也说，感觉你玩露露就完全是一个进攻型的软辅，无论是对于下路的一些进攻，还是说不断的去游走，包括帮助上路，满地图都是你的一个身影。所以说，在拿到露露的时候，你整体的一些思路会是怎么样的呢？
我觉得露露这个英雄，首先他在对线上是非常厉害的嘛，他唯一的缺点就是没有控制，然后在独自做视野的时候比较困难。我觉得拿到这个英雄，前面一定要发挥好他的强势就好了。
确实，这一把的露露也表现得非常的漂亮，而且不光是你，我觉得你们在整个团战端上的处理也是可圈可点。来聊一下第一局的一波先锋团，其实对面是要主动先打先锋的一个情况之下，你们非常漂亮的抓住机会，打了对面一个措手不及，利用了一个你们的操作分割战场，然后完成了对面的团灭。感觉那一波之后，他们就很难再和你们招架了。所以说那一波你们整体的沟通会是怎么样的呢？
其实我觉得那一波先锋团这个版本，因为先锋打野太冲了嘛，我觉得这个先锋不能动，就是其实这个中立支援除非优势够大才能动嘛，我们就是看他们动了，主动去接架而已。
感觉你们真的思路非常的清晰，而且你其实提到这个版本，我也想问一个关于另外一个辅助英雄的问题，就是泰坦。因为今天第一局对面也有选出来嘛，其实前2天的时候，我们官方有个板子写了，虽然第3赛段泰坦的登场率不断的提升，但是胜率却在不断的下降。其实现在只有30%多，今天有队伍拿出来也都没有能够获得胜利。那你站在辅助选手的视角的话，你觉得原因可能会是什么呢？
其实我感觉泰坦这个英雄，他作为一个辅助来说就比较万金油嘛，说他厉害其实也没多厉害，说他垃圾其实也还行吧。但我觉得在那种高手对局中，他太容易被操作了，然后太容易死了。
那确实。那来到了第2局，我们感觉其实好像前期对面是有拿到一些比较不错的节奏的，但是来到10几分钟的转线期，一旦陷入到乱战，就完全进入到你们的节奏、你们的回合了。上路、下路，感觉每条路你们都在打架，而且很快就掌握了全场的一个节奏。可以和我们聊一下，一般来到这种中期，你们的一些处理会是怎样的呢？
主要是中路线退出去之后，去跟对面野辅对位，自然而然就会优势了。
那其实来到第2局的话，有一波我们觉得非常帅气的团战，也是在中路。你们在拿到大龙以后往前推进的时候，其实当时打野是有被对面在野区抓到的，所以说其实这个正面少人的一个情况，他们率先发难，你们完美回击，然后在中路就长驱直入。所以说和我们聊一下那一波你们当时的想法会是怎样的呢？
那波我觉得我们其实就是想撤退，没想到位就开上来罢了。还有那个 Viper 的到那个 EZE 放的比较权威嘛，100%规避位的 R， 还有他 E 出来了，所以我们就取胜。
也是给我们的 AD 给 Viper 一些夸夸啊。那今天我觉得大家全员真的发挥的都非常好。那对于你们组内赛最后的收官之战，还有一场比赛也是面对到 AL。那其实说到 AL 的话，就不得不提他们的一些野辅上的联动。所以说，对于收官之战，你对于野辅这一部分会有怎么样的一些期待呢？
就是做好我们自己就行了，因为这个版本其实在线上的时候比较多，我们下路跟打野配合好就行了。
好的，也期待你们在收官之战也有良好的表现。再次的恭喜你们今天2比0斩获比赛的胜利。接下来让我们把画面给回到解说席。